Hey, what's up guys? This is Double X here, and today I will be casting a 1 versus 1 from the ESL Pro Series Summer Season Cup. That is a German league including 16 players, and it's 16 high-level players. You have to live in German to participate, but anyways, it's going to be between the TheLittleOne, also known as LiquidTLO or TheLittleOne or just TLO. He is going to be spawning as the red Protoss in the bottom center side. And his opponent for today's match is going to be mouzHasu, also known as HasuObs. Mouse is his team. He's going to be the blue Protoss spawning in the right center side, or like 2 o'clock position, or whatever you want to call it. So we're going to have a PvP, Protoss versus Protoss. That is always epic. And I'm a Protoss player myself, so I love watching Protoss play because I think it's the most fun race. Both these players are from Germany, and TLO is currently ranked 25th in Europe. That is really good, and everybody knows who TLO is. He hasn't been playing for the last couple of days or so because he's, along with day 9, going to cast the IEM tournament, which is currently in the semi-finals, I think. But he's going to play in this league as well. So, and his opponent, mouzHasu or HasuObs, has actually been playing a lot lately. He about 1 week ago, he actually won the Team Liquid StarCraft 2 Open, number 15, and yeah, so he's going to feel really confident here coming into this game and facing TLO. And TLO is a random player. He's the highest ranked random player in the world, I believe, or at least in Europe. But such a good player. Usually once the players play random, they will focus on one race, but TLO is such a baller. He has mastered all 3 races and is playing in the Masters League, being ranked 25th in Europe, playing random. That is really good. We're going to see similar builds from both players, but TLO is opting to get out his 3rd pylon before mouzHasu is going to get a zealot out of his gateway. TLO is probably going to cut his first zealot to get out a stalker as soon as this cybernetics core finishes, I think. Yeah, where's the stalker? He's waiting for his money, I think. No, he's not, but running off 1 gas, so probably not going to be too aggressive in the beginning, especially since he only has 1 zealot out. But he's pushing here with 1 zealot and 1 probe, looking to end the game maybe. Or not. Anyways, the map's going to be Lost Temple for today, and this map is actually removed from the 1 versus 1 map pool for laddering, if you haven't noticed that yet. But you can't play, if you're laddering on 1 versus 1, you can't play Lost Temple anymore because they removed it. But they have replaced it with a map called the Shadow Temple, which is basically Lost Temple, but it's been remade in on some locations. For example, you have rocks to break down here to enter this island, so you won't have to fly your units in here. You can also enter it from here, and there's also some other slight changes. The Salnaga towers are different, and I think that version of the map, or that new map, if we can call it a new map, looks so much more fun than Lost Temple, actually. But we can see mouzHasu got out 2 stalkers and 1 zealot, and is also working on his robotics facility. And meanwhile, TLO is getting a 3 gate into a Twilight Council, so probably going to expand off of this later. Usually you see players expand off of 3 gate, but now mouzHasu is going to peek up with 1 stalker and losing the shields and some HP there, so going to probably go on safely home because he noticed that TLO has so many stalkers there to prevent this from ever happening, and even a sentry to cut the army in half if they were to get up the ramp. But let's see what he chooses to get out here from the Twilight Council. This is going to get Sellout charge or the stalker blink. I think it will be the Blink because he has so many Stalkers, but he had it selected for a while and now selected it. Let's see what... Yes, he goes for the Stalker Blink. Now he's also running off 2 gas, so probably going to go for a Stalker heavy army. Meanwhile, we can see that Hasu has chosen to get out some Colossus Tech. The robotic space if has a 3rd finished, so we're probably going to see some Colossus here soon. Just producing Zealots as for now, and leaving his Lonely Stalker by the tower to watch for any incoming units from TLO, but just producing Stalkers for now to save up some gas for the Colossus probably, or the Colossi. What do you say when you have more Colossus? Do you say Colossuses or Colossi? Never mind, I think you say both, but we can see Blink is soon finished for TLO. Not, he's actually not chrono boosting that. I think, yeah, maybe that was a chrono boost. But he's looking to move out here, confident with his Blink, and we've seen epic Blink micro from TLO before, and he's just such a good rate player, and with all these Zealots, Blink micro can be very effective since Zealots are melee units, but a nice force field is going to block the ramp here for mouzHasu, but he doesn't have any energy more for additional force field, so chrono boosting his gateways and trying to get out that Colossus, which could definitely help him out in this battle. But does TLO have a pylon to reinforce this? No, he has not, but we can see some Blink fighters going on. Now the Colossus respawn and just going to blast away at their Zealots, and this is going to be too much for TLO to handle, but managed to pick up some Zealots in there, but nice. mouzHasu held that off pretty good, and he has his 4th gateway up, not upgraded into a warp gate yet, but he will soon, I think. And also putting down his Twilight Council to possibly get Blink himself, or even the Zealot charge, because he has a bunch of Zealots. And if you have charge, it's great against the Stalkers if they are blink microing, because then your Zealots can get closer and attack them much quicker. But you see TLO's very oversaturated here. If you take a look at the how many harvesters he has 35 harvesters on one base. That is just too many. But we can see a probe moving out here, possibly going to put down a ninja base. Yes, he is going to put on a secret base over here. So if mouzHasu doesn't scout this and TLO gets this up and running, this could definitely be a match-winning factor for TLO if he can manage to get space up and running and let it pay for itself. So mouzHasu will probably think that both players are on one base and maybe not care too much about expanding, but guess what? TLO has a secret expansion, so it needs to transfer some probes here because he's so oversaturated. But we need to see some upgrades going on here. Just now producing a 4th gateway and leaving a lot of units in his base. He probably should have put a proxy pylon here or here to warp in units over here, but he's still doing great, keeping Hasu contained in his army. But now Hasu feeling confident to move out when he has 2 Colossus. And do they have the thermal lens upgrade? No, they have not, but they're still strong against the gateway units, and TLO has to move around. That could have been the window of opportunity for HasuObs actually to move in TLO's base, but TLO is engaging them, blinking away and just doing the hit and run technique. And now TLO's base is up and running, so if you can saturate this before Hasu gets too aggressive and too confident, he could definitely turn the tide of this game actually if he gets double the economy. But you see some 2 groups of Blink stocks just going to chase each other around, and we can see some stocks and Zealots are intercepted here by Hasu. I think both of his Colossus went down actually. That is great done by TLO, sniping those Colossus, but these stocks are just out of position. They have to Blink up here. Yes, that's exactly what they're doing. So now he has more of an army here, I think. We take a look at units tab, we can see that TLO has a slight army disadvantage, I'd say, because he has just 3 more Stalkers, but mouzHasu has 6 Stalkers in the center, but it's pretty much the same. But I don't think any player has any upgrades going on. No, they has not. And ooh, Missed blink, 3 stalkers there, so those could have easily been picked off by Hasu, but TLO managed to save them anyways, and now starting to saturate up his expansion over here. Definitely need to transfer a bunch of probes actually. You don't want to be mined out in your main too quickly, so but I don't think he's realizing this yet. He's been so focused on keeping mouzHasu contained in the beginning and also defending, but an observer for Hasu going to scout in here and seeing that there's not too much going on in here, but so maybe he's going to suspect something soon and yeah, scout out, but I don't think he's realizing this for now and getting up his second simulator. But Hasu has switched tech route now, it seems. He's stopped producing Colossus and didn't even get that thermal lens. So it's not an idea to commit to that. So he's getting out a bunch of Immortals to tank the Stalker damage. And that is a really good idea, I think. But TLO should definitely get out a Robotics Bay because mouzHasu has seen everything that's going on in TLO's base because of this observer. TLO should definitely get an observer himself, and just now grabbing his what is his third base, but if mouzHasu scouts this, he will probably think it's just a late first expansion. So yeah, but this base is starting to pay off soon. But he definitely should transfer all those probes. I can't understand why he isn't doing that. But yeah, we can see the observer just following this army, and TLO actually has +1 attack for now, so there comes the probe transfer, but he has +1 weapons upgrade, and Hasu has no upgrades whatsoever, but he has the army advantage, so it could be pretty even here. I think the Immortals will play a huge role here because he has 3 Immortals and TLO has only got Stalkers the entire game and some Zealots and Sentries here. But he's got his third up and running. No, his second expansion, his third base, so he should probably transfer some more probes there. Transfer probe train and getting double robotics at the same time, feeling confident to produce out of 2 robotics and 4 gateways. I know he'll be able to produce out of all these facilities, but let's see what he does here. He'll probably get out some Immortals to because mouzHasu also has Immortals. I don't think he'll get Colossus this late in the game, especially when he already scouted those Immortals of Hasu, but you never know actually. TLO is so darn good player, so he always come up with new great builds, but he actually is scared right now. I think he's going to put up a lot of cannons in his front here. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe it's look at this, he has 3 cannons here. That is so uncommon to do in this position, but he's going to get out 2 Immortals. That is exactly what he needs right now, and we're going to have some units up here on the high ground these units can spot him, so they're going to shoot away at these units, and plus moving up on the high ground to be unspottable, but going to shoot these Stalkers anyway. But no, they can spot the cluster and sniping both classes, but Hasu's army is just so big and overwhelming, and TLO has no units left, and these 2 Mortars just spawning too late, and a miss rally here from TLO going to get this Mortal stuck in, just now getting up his Colossus tech, so possibly going to get out some Colossus. No, he's focusing on the Mortals, and with just 4 warp gates, he's not going to reinforce this fast enough, and he's forced to GG out of this game. And we have a bunch of observers leaving here, and there the game is finished. So TLO actually losing the first game, but Hasu is such a great player, so I'm not confused to why in any way, but TLO is a great player himself, and I really like that guy. But this is the first game in the best of 3, so stay tuned for the next game coming up. So I'll see you guys in next time.